what are the 5 things that somebody can do to reduce cortisol and belly fat?
Well, I think the first thing is understanding what cortisol is and how it's related to belly fat.
Okay, so what is cortisol?
Cortisol is a stress hormone. We all have it. It's there inbuilt in our bodies. It's designed so that we can handle stress. So like if there's a tiger and he's chasing us, we can run faster.
Okay.
Or if you have a baby and there's a car that might threaten it, you can lift the car off your baby. Like it gives you incredible power and strength to survive.
Okay.
It's part of our survival mechanism. Now, unfortunately, with our stress, the cortisol levels rise. And as we age, our body isn't responding as well. And that's why we start to see more and more belly fat, because excess cortisol causes more belly fat.
Okay.
So you'll see like men who work a lot, who are really stressed out about their work, they have more belly fat. People who are stressed about money might have more belly fat. People who are chronically under stress have more belly fat.
Okay, so how do you reduce cortisol and belly fat?
Well, I was doing some research and I noticed that there are some common habits that we all do when we're trying to lose weight that actually
Cause stress?
They cause stress.
Which causes weight gain.
Yes.
Okay.
So one of them is chronic high intensity exercise without recovery.
I can't believe you're saying this because recently I was working out. I haven't like taken a break from like working out for more than one day, I think for the past like year or two. And I had to take a few rest days because I was having the sniffles, as you can hear. And I just couldn't like run 4 miles and stuff. And I was like, is my body right now like thanking me for not doing the high intensity that I put stress on my body to do 6 days a week for the past 365 days?
High intensity workouts can boost your cortisol by up to 800%. And by that, it increases stubborn belly fat. Research shows that limiting your HIIT workouts, your high intensity workouts, to 2 to 3 times a week, which is what we recommend, but not always what we follow because, we're very intense people. 2 to 3 sessions per week. Low intensity movement like walking and swimming. Very excited about swimming. It optimizes fat loss. And so, of course, I want less body fat. I definitely want less body fat, but and we think that the harder we work, the better results we're getting. But actually, when it comes to this cortisol equation, 800 times. So just 2 to 3 times a week. That's it. A study in the Journal of Obesity found participants who balanced intensity levels lost 37% more belly fat.
40%.
Yeah.
A lot.
So it's like about working smarter, not harder, all the time. Another thing that we talk about a lot is inadequate sleep. Not getting enough sleep. Now, this is something we really try to, but when you don't get enough sleep and then you have an early morning workout, you're really harming yourself, especially when it comes to how our bodies work with cortisol. Because when we wake up in the morning, we have higher levels of cortisol, but when we don't sleep well, then we're already under stress. And then when we add a really intense workout on top of that, you're actually causing yourself some trouble. If you're getting chronically less than 7 hours of sleep, you had this destructive cortisol pattern that you're putting into place, which I thought was pretty interesting. The combination of poor sleep or less than 7 hours of sleep and early morning intense workouts, you're not going to believe this, increases your cortisol by 45% and reduces fat burning by 55%.
Okay, so we established you should sleep more and you should do smart workouts. Spread out like strength training for a few days, cardio for a few days. Now, tell me this. What are the 5 things that we can do to reduce our belly fat and cortisol?
Well, right. So you want to exercise when you're well rested.
Yeah.
And you also want to not work out, do high intensity every day.
What about meditation?
Absolutely. But also another thing that we do to sabotage ourselves is frequently aggressively calorie restrict with high caffeine intake. This is something women do all the time. Maybe guys do it too. But I know that a lot of women do this, think it's a hack. And actually, when it comes to cortisol, they're harming themselves.
So instead of doing that, You should.
Well, just so you know, when you have when you severely cut your calories and you have more than 400 milligrams of coffee or caffeine a day, you can increase your cortisol by 30%. It actually causes your body more stress and it promotes belly fat storage. So you want to just make sure you're getting a moderate amount of caffeine and you're not overdoing it and then underdoing the calories because it actually hits your cortisol, boosts your cortisol, and then increases your belly fat, which is a bummer. So you don't want to be like 500 calories below maintenance with over 400 milligrams of caffeine a day. So that's something to kind of take away. That's
And
important
then
to know.
something else that's going to help you is using your devices less.
Oh, totally. Especially around bedtime.
This is a big one. So maybe start like reading a book before bed or drawing, like something that brings you peace, journaling,
I mean, the blue light, and there is stress because they're designed to kind of keep you a little stressed so you stay attentive. That combo, you won't believe this, increases your evening cortisol by 50%.
That's a lot.
You don't want to be in that state before you go to sleep because then you can't wake up energized to exercise. And then you're in this pattern, which you were in when you were 320 pounds. And Penelope is my daughter, and she's lost 156 pounds with no loose skin. I've lost about 100 pounds with no loose skin, and I had a baby with no loose skin, which is amazing. And, we make these videos because we want to save you the trouble and the anguish and all of the difficulty of losing weight because we've done a lot of these things and we wondered why it wasn't working. And then we made ourselves the problem, and we are the problem, but actually it's much bigger than that. We have to learn about how our cortisol works, especially as we get older. It's not that much different for you, but it is because cortisol is a hormone, and women who are going through hormonal changes, whether it's puberty or menopause, it's a real thing. So
I think we have 5.
well, skipping meals while under pressure is another one.
Kind of goes into under eating calories.
Yeah, if you eat protein-rich meals every 4 to 5 hours, you keep your blood sugar stable, you keep your cortisol stable, and then you help yourself to reduce your belly fat.
Which is part of planning and prepping. And so that means having food ready in your fridge that you can actually quickly just grab or easy to go, take in the car. And a lot of people have a hard time with that.
They want to just stop at McDonald's or wherever.
I know. So I want to encourage you guys to start thinking a little bit more about how much you go out. Maybe look at your bills. Like maybe it's like eating into your money and you don't even realize how much money you spend eat out. I used to eat like 200 to 400, 400 to 600. I don't know. Mom would calculate for me. And she said, Penelope, there's about $600 to $800 of you eating out. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, that much money? So I would encourage you guys to total it up and try doing 1 month while you make all that food at home. Maybe it's the exact same ingredients, but you're making them at home. By the way, it won't be the exact same ingredients because you're not going to find the extreme modified soybean oil that the patties have and the freaking paper they put in and the sawdust. You're not going to buy sawdust and put it in your burger. And then you're going to realize that your food is better than theirs. And then you're going to say, oh, and I'm losing weight. Oh, there might be something to this. Maybe Penelope is right. And then I want you to join us.
Well, it's true. And one of the questions on our intake questionnaire is how much percentage of food are you eating out? Because that is a direct correlation to your health. Unfortunately, businesses don't have your health. Most businesses don't have your health in mind. And so it's time to wake up and stop being a victim of corporate greed. Listen, I'm not against corporate greed and profit. I just want to say that when it's in opposition with your health, you don't want to be a victim of that. You need to get smart. You need to get in the kitchen, and you need to take ownership of your health and your vitality.
If you're a woman and you're ready to take ownership of your health, then please join our Women's Accountability Group. We would love to have you. The link is in the description. Mom has an amazing ultimate skincare guide. So if you want to learn how to lose weight without loose skin, just like Mom and I did, click the link down below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We love to hear from you, and we will see you all the time. We noticed that over 80% of you guys are not subscribed. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so now. We appreciate all of your support. Thank you for being with us.